following show is a paid program.
Hey family, how you doing today? I have the best of the best in the building. My executive producer, Miss Diana Patterson, and on today, they are celebrating, as well as myself, my birthday. Happy birthday. I'm telling you, she's my co-host, and they're gonna take it away. Hey lady, how you doing?
I am fine. How are you today?
I'm so excited. So let me tell you guys, before she says anything, she's the one that puts the complete show together. That's what you see every time it comes on. She's the executive producer.
Well, we're excited, Cam. I got very little sleep this week, just trying to organize and get this show ready for you today. We are going to celebrate you. I am so excited. You are also celebrating, everyone may not know this, but this is Cam's 2-year anniversary of when he came into broadcasting.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
we are celebrating, well, I don't know if it's today, but it's this week, I think.
It was the 19th.
The
yeah,
19th,
definitely.
yes.
Yeah, you're
so
right.
we have a lot to celebrate.
There's a lot
Your
to celebrate.
birthday. So you want to tell everybody how old you are? Is that a secret?
Oh my God. Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. I'm 30 years times 20, right? 20. I've been, wait.
He lying. He lying.
Wait, what? Wait. I'm just celebrating 20 times at 30 years? Is that what it is?
No, you need to go on and tell the truth. How old?
25 times at 30 years? Is that what it is?
You're still not getting it right.
I am. So I've been 30 years for 25 years, right?
There you go.
I've been 30 years for 25 years.
For 25 years, he's been 30 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
That's
do the
it.
math. Well,
Yeah.
I will say that I'm more used to being behind the camera and not in front of it. So I'm a little nervous, but we're going to try to get through this today.
Yeah.
So I have some questions. You know, Cam, you do such a wonderful job.
Yeah.
One of the things I really admire about you is your capacity to really go deep into people's stories. And how it inspires others that are dreamers and,
Right.
and inspiring to do great things in their life, to understand that that journey is not easy.
Right.
It has humble beginnings a lot of times. They come from very humble beginnings.
Mm-hmm.
So in reference to you, when you think about your life experiences and where you are today, what childhood experiences do you think shaped the man you are today, Cam Hill?
I think what happened was my dad, of course. My mother and father were together until I actually was 12, and then my mother started her divorce at 12, when I was 12, and 14 is when it finalized. So for 2 years, she was battling divorce, okay? But during that time, my dad was very abusive to us. Domestic violence, and he abused me also. If he came home, something happened, you know, when he was in the club or he was partying, and then something happened to the car or something. It was our fault. Everything was our fault. But during that time, beyond that part, he still was a business person, right? He still was a truck driver, and he also owned businesses. And the way he did it was that if someone was losing something, then he would go in and pay whatever was in the arrears. If you're losing your house, okay, and you owed $5,000, he would go pay the $5,000, take over the note of that, and then, you know, put it out as a rental property, for instance. If it was a car, he would pay the arrears of that, then take over the car. If it was a business, whatever it was, he would take that over. And I learned that over and over. The part that I did not like, and he kept saying, you're going to be poor all your life, is that I didn't want to do the work to clean those things up, right? Okay. So when you receive the house, it's filthy, dirty, you got to go in and clean it. You got to go in and paint it. You got to make it look, you know, new, and then resell it. Wow. And he did a lot of that. Okay. So he would bring anything home. Wow. Anything. He would bring the car home. He would bring...
No telling what was going to pull it out.
Exactly. He would bring a lawnmower home. He would bring things home to resell it. But whatever it was, that's how he made it. So if he made $1,000 extra on a car, if he made $1,000 extra on a house, whatever it was. During that period of time, we were the only ones in our neighborhood at that time that were black.
Wow.
I didn't realize it as a child because I've always lived in that home the whole entire time. So I never knew that part until my mom told me, probably in my 40s, because I said I was getting a mortgage on a townhome here. And she said, well, what is that? I never knew at the time my dad bought that home cash.
Wow.
But the truck driver that he was working as a truck driver, and a friend of his was white. So he bought the home for us. We just moved in.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
So we never had a note all that time.
All that time.
So he had always thought of cash. So beyond that, he had a lounge. So that's where I learned that I love to dance. I love to party.
And does he love to dance? Oh my goodness.
So they would
pretty
pay me.
good. He's pretty good.
Yeah, so they'd pay me to dance as a kid or something like that, right? But I also learned customer service.
Okay.
That the customer is right in a lot of words.
Right.
Okay, so we'd always have the lounge, we'd have our food, we have the music and things like that. So people would come to us either stressed out or whatever, but they would be the ones to say, you know what, I love what you're doing.
It looks like you have a caller on the line, Cam. So, caller, could you go ahead and announce yourself?
Hello, Cam. This is Mom.
Oh, how you doing?
I'm calling to wish you a happy birthday. Always remember, I'm praying for you, and I love you very, very much.
I love you too, Mother.
Okay. Have a blessed day.
Have a blessed day, beautiful.
Thank you so much. I love you.
Okay. Okay, I love you too.
Bye-bye. So that was your mom.
That's my mom.
I see you tearing up over there. Are you okay?
No, I'm fine. That's my mom.
Okay, yes. She's a wonderful person. And listen, a wonderful queen and woman. You are an only child.
I am.
Wow. What was that like coming up as an only child?
So as an only child, I still had friends in the neighborhood and things like that. So I never knew about being an only child. I got doors and they were all my friends. We'd go and we'd be brothers and sisters and stuff. So I was always one of those people that were friends with everybody.
Okay.
I never found a stranger. And that came from, again, being my dad having a club. So, I mean, I was either working there or out with friends.
Well, see, now some things make sense because he's always out in these streets pre-COVID. He was out in these streets and just everybody loves Cam Hill. And now it makes sense. When you hear that, like I see what all these things that shaped you into the man you are today, which is so amazing because you're so personable. Aww. You're so personable and just an easy person to get along with. I remember when my cast and I first came to your show, Cam and I had immediate friendship and connection, and I just took him on as my little brother immediately because he has such an infectious personality. Aww. So now, what brought you to Houston? Because you were raised in Dallas, correct?
Yeah.
How did you end up in Houston?
I wanted, when I went to school, my mom's a teacher, the one that was on the phone, and she taught for 46 years. But during that time, she never wanted me to go to a historically black college because she did. So I graduated with 3.92 or whatever, whatever it was at that time, and so I was always academic. You know, I was always in school. I was in school 24/7. All during summer.
A nerd, so
I
to
was
speak.
in summer school because she taught summer school, so that was a way for me to be, instead of going to the babysitter, we were in school. So I did school really year round. But during that time, I kept telling my mother that, and I had so many scholarships to go different places, but I wanted to go to a historically black college. I told Mom, I want to be black. She said, now wait a minute. Now I went through all of this, paid for all of this school, because at first I went to private school. My first years, probably until second or third grade, and then I went to going into magnet schools and other things that were coming out at that time. And she says, you want to go where? Because then we have to pay. We have to pay more fees than we would before.
Right.
I said, well, I'll go in-state instead of the out-of-state fees. I don't care. I don't want you to go. Because she felt like at that time that Ivy League schools would have given me a better route.
Right.
So I went to Texas, came to Texas Southern. My sophomore year, she said, let's get you a townhome. And I got a townhome. She had to come here and sign because I couldn't sign by myself. And then I went ahead and did like my dad. The banker called me and said, hey, we've got 2 more townhomes like yours. Would you be interested?
Now, I want you to hold that thought. I want you to hold that thought because we have someone very special that wants to wish you a very special happy birthday. And they sent in a video just for you.
Ooh.
So, we are ready when you are.
Hey Cam,
Hey Cam,
Gerald and Glennis Albright here wishing you a wonderful and happy birthday.
happy birthday.
We're so very, very proud of you. Congratulations on your show. And we've both been on your show and have been proud and honored to be a participant on your show.
Sure have. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so we thank you for your continued support of our careers, and we're definitely going to be supporting you. Enjoy your birthday, my dear.
Have a wonderful day.
God bless.
Love it. Yes.
And I know you. Well, first of all, you know how much I love Gerald Albright.
I love
and
Gerald
I
and
fell
Glennis.
in love with Glennis. Is just the queen of queens. When I tell you I love, how can you fall in love with people you've never met? I don't know. But I have met Gerald Albright. And as a matter of fact, the first time I saw him perform was at the Kettle Moraine Jazz Festival in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And when I tell you that man, what he
man.
does he has a relationship with his saxophone. You know, it's on a whole nother level. But I want you to continue telling your story. So tell us more about, you were talking about when you first bought your first property.
Yeah, so I bought my first property, okay? That was in 87. Okay, and at that time, you know, the interest rates, even though you had great credit, it was 15%. We didn't care at that point what it
Right.
was. We had my mom had excellent credit for my townhome. But then at that time, I went and did just like my dad did. 2 of the people, the banker called me and said they're behind. I said, okay. He gave me both of their numbers. I paid the back taxes. I paid all of their what they owed as far as the mortgages and things, and then I took over their note. But I took both of those.
Wow.
So I put renters in those.
Okay.
They moved out. I put renters in those. Remember, I didn't like cleaning, but I cleaned those too. Okay, so I put those renters in those. From those 2 young ladies, they then told us about their mother. You know, each had moms, and they were all in there. So eventually, I bought 10 of those properties. I called my mom and said, "Hey, I'm not going back to school."
Wow. And I'm sure she wasn't.
So that
happy
young
about
lady that was on the phone,
Yes.
when I said, "Oh, by the way, I'm not going back to school," it was choice words.
Oh my goodness, I can just imagine. I mean, and I'm sure being an academic, I'm sure she just really saw you having such a bright future.
Right.
But probably had, you know, and we do that as parents sometimes. We kind of set our children's dreams for them.
Right.
But sometimes we have to let go and let them have their own dreams, right? So
It wasn't that easy. She kept saying, "You need some benefits. You need some benefits. Okay, you need some benefits."
So in real estate, you don't have benefits, right?
Right, but I didn't go into real estate immediately.
Okay.
I was real estate like that, but I didn't have my real estate license
Oh,
at that
okay.
time. So I went to Continental Airlines, okay? So I
okay.
could fly. So a friend of mine said, "Hey, why don't you go to Continental? We got flying benefits." And then the reservations location was on Richmond. Cool.
Okay.
So I get there, get my benefits. I was supposed to be just getting there to fly, but then they would pay you to take over their shift.
I see. Okay.
So now I've got this other hustle going on. So they would say, "Cam will do it," like Mikey. "Cam will do it." We just call Cam. Many times I was there all day.
Right.
Didn't have children, so I was
Right.
there all day.
Wow.
They would pay me $100 a shift, $200 a shift, sometimes $300 a shift. You know, based on their shift, whatever it was.
Right.
So I'm doing different people's shift during the day. So they were flying because that's all they wanted was the benefits to fly. They had their own jobs, but they were taking their families. So it was a hustle for me.
Wow.
So then I stayed there, okay? Made the mistake of not staying 10 years, and I would have retired. I then, again, "Mom, you need some more." Those aren't the benefits that you need. Their MCI was the one that was looking for, people going into management and things. So I went there.
Right. Wow, that's interesting. Wow, there's so many experiences that shape the man you are today. Looks like we have another caller, Cam.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Announce yourself, please.
I'm Shanta Corelli.
Oh, Sandra, I love you, baby.
You know I love you.
Oh my God, I wanted to see you yesterday, the 25th. Wow, was the show?
Well, the show was great. The show was fabulous. That was the first live show I'd done, since the pandemic started. And so that was very, that was my initial coming out of the darkness.
Right.
And so it was more of a celebration of life and kind of getting through this thing, So yeah. But look at you.
Love you.
He loves you, Chandra. He loves you.
I love you.
And I love him.
Thank you so much. Tell Larry thank you too for sharing you. Tell Larry thank you for sharing you.
Yeah. So what are we doing to really celebrate your birthday other than call in? I mean, do you have something planned? Or?
Well, they're surprising me.
Diana's
Diana's surprising me. These are surprising.
You after the show, my
exactly.
love, because he's being nosy today. He's being very nosy. There are some other surprises, but he's going to have to sit back and be patient. I know.
Yeah,
he's so nosy.
That's what he does.
He's been nosing around all week.
I love you, beautiful. Thank you,
love
Queen.
You. Thank you so much for taking out your time out of your busy schedule to wish Cam a happy birthday.
We're coming to see you.
Okay, you better.
Okay.
You know it.
Love you.
Thank you. Love you, Queen.
Too.
Boy, it just gets busier.
It's getting better and better. Boy, you have done it. Oh, my God. All my great friends.
Oh, my goodness. Well, again, I don't want to divert too much because you were such an outstanding man. And king, I always say you're a king.
You do.
I want to know more about, you got into real estate.
Yeah.
Talk about the transition because, real estate to radio. What happened? Talk about that journey because we are celebrating your 2-year anniversary.
Absolutely. So Lorenza Butler came. Shout out to Lorenza Butler. Lorenza Butler came to me. Okay, so I've been in real estate 25 years, right? And so Lorenza Butler came to me at the time, and he says, "Hey, Cam, there's an opportunity at one of the radio stations to do your own talk show. Would you be interested?" At the time, I said, well, I don't know because I've never done it before.
Right.
But if I do it, I don't want to do a real estate show. I want to do something like Unsung. Something where I bring different artists or different local people that have never been, in the light, and a lot of people don't know.
Like you said, those unsung heroes. Yes.
Yeah, so many unsung heroes, right? And then we have a lot of people that people don't know here in Houston. Right. Oh, we have a lot of talent.
So much talent.
So much talent.
Yes.
So much talent. And then not only that, everybody was saying, if you did, so I was running about our friends and things like that, I was supposed to do it for 90 days. I told Lorenzo, I'll do it for 90 days. Okay, I'll sign up for 90 days.
Little did you know.
Little did I know. Little did I know. So 90 days comes about. I've put politicians on at this point. I had put people that I knew from walks of life here in Houston on, and they kept coming. And they kept coming and kept coming. Little did I know I was supposed to charge. I was supposed to charge a fee. They kept coming. They kept saying, Cam, why are you getting everybody? I didn't know I was supposed to charge.
That's why okay.
So at the time, but I still was getting great people.
Right.
I was only on Tuesdays for 1 hour. Then I pushed to a whole week when I went to GMT. Shout out to GMT for bringing me in.
Yes.
Mika Diamond, Chris Bryant,
yes.
and Kay Nice. They were the ones who gave me the platform for a whole week because he was like, you got to go a whole week. I said, wait a minute. I'm just on Tuesdays because remember, I've got a real estate business.
Right.
I'm still showing property.
Yes.
I'm still, getting contracts. I'm still helping with listing. Yeah, absolutely. So that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
So all the time.
That's wonderful. Well, we're going to talk more about Cam's story after we take this break.
We'll be right back to the Cam Hill Show after these messages.
up at Ron Carter Cadillac. Drive the new 2021 Cadillac XT4 Luxury Collection for only $319 a month. The new 2021 Cadillac XT5 Luxury Collection for only $399 a month, both for 39 months lease with just $1 down. Or purchase either and enjoy 0.9% APR for 72 months plus bonus cash. Gulf Freeway, just 2 minutes south of the Beltway.
Shop smarter when you shop Ron Carter. RonCarterCadillac.com.
My prenatal promise is to make sure my baby is safe and healthy, because I know it is possible to acquire syphilis, HIV, or other STDs without knowing it. Getting tested is my very first chance to protect my baby. Doctors are required to give expectant mothers 3 separate tests for syphilis. If you're pregnant, ask your doctor if you're being tested properly for syphilis and other STDs. Congenital syphilis can lead to a miscarriage, stillbirth, or an infant death. Don't risk your baby's health. To find out more, visit myprenatalpromise.com.
Amazing things for you.
And now back to the Cam Hill Show.
Hey, family, we are back for the celebration of my birthday. Diana Patterson, my executive producer, is here. Hey, lady.
Hi.
Yeah.
So, again, we got, as you can see, we got a lot of surprises in store for you.
I'm so excited. You got the best of the best.
And
Carla.
this is just the beginning, right? This is just the beginning. But again, I don't want to divert too much and let you get away with telling us about your story. You know, it's so inspiring. You know, you and I, of course, are best friends.
Yeah.
Cam is my little brother, and I'll tell you, I know a lot of people, and I've met a lot of people in my lifetime, and you truly are one of the greatest men I've ever met.
Wow.
Your level of integrity, your capacity to give, your philanthropic heart, all of those things, just, I'm in awe of you. You know, you're a giver. Mm-hmm. And you know, when we talk about that, what do you think are some of the things in life that happen to you that make you want to give so freely? Because you're one of the most generous men I've ever met.
I've always thought about, Zig Ziglar said it. He says, if you give more to others, you'll get whatever you want. Mm-hmm. The more you give, in other words.
That's true.
The more you give.
That's right.
The more you receive. And most don't understand that.
And I believe
most
that.
Most of us don't understand that.
Yes, I believe that. I believe we have a reciprocal relationship with the universe.
We do.
And I think what we give out, it gives back.
It absolutely does.
And you are definitely evidence of that.
The more I give, the more I receive.
Yes.
Abundantly.
Right. So before the break, we were talking about how you came over to GMT.
Right.
And
absolutely.
then talk more about that experience.
So going to GMT was great in the fact that during that time the pandemic hit, mm-hmm. right? So in doing so, that meant nobody could come into the station anymore. Mm-hmm. We'd have to go virtual.
We had to go virtual.
The person that influenced me the most in saying that was Rushion McDonald. Okay,
I love Rushion.
Yeah, so I met Rushion, who is a while back, people may not know, but manager of Steve Harvey.
Manager of Steve Harvey.
Okay, brought him
and
to the forefront.
He's got some Emmys, right?
Yeah, got a lot of So he's got a lot of awards with that. But in doing so, what he did, we met during a fundraiser. Mm-hmm. And it was a gumbo cook-off.
I remember that, yes.
Yeah, shout out to Rhonda. She wanted us to come on. And I met him. One thing he told me during that time, was that I had gone, one of the young ladies said, well, Cam, it's a gumbo cook-off. You have a suit on. Go change and put your jeans on. Because everybody knows I usually got some clothes in the trunk.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because I'm changing,
a whole
right?
wardrobe.
Now, see how you did that. Now, see, everybody didn't know
out
that.
In them streets,
you see how you told See how you told all of that? So I went and put my jeans on. So this was my first time meeting him. He came into he came in afterwards, right? Mm-hmm. And he had just flown in. Suit, 3-piece suit. Mm. So when they're introducing us, because we're sitting right next to each other, the first thing he does is looks at my jeans. And so because the top part I had a suit on,
I already know, because
right?
Rushion McDonald brings it, honey.
He brings
it. Dressed.
He brought it. So he looked at my jeans, and I just explained, well, hey, how you doing? And we're talking. And I said, well, they were saying since we're doing a gumbo cook-off, go put my jeans on, but my other pants are in the car. He said, go change and put your pants on. He never said anything else but go change and put your pants on.
Wow.
After I came back, we sat down. He said, you never let anybody tell you what to do and who you are.
Ooh.
You are a walking billboard.
That part.
And that's your brand.
That's it. And that's powerful.
From that point on, I then brought him on, probably 2 weeks later, on the show.
I remember.
Right? In bringing him on the show at that time, he said to me, another pivotal point in my life, a huge nugget to change my life was that after I come on, he said this before he came on, you can never go back.
Go back. That's right.
That meant I could never just only do local people that I knew. I could never only do friends. I now have to go virtual and go global because I'm in a pandemic. People aren't coming in. He said, if we did not have this right now, Cam, I would tell you would have to move like me because he came from Houston and went to Atlanta and all over, Los Angeles and everywhere else. But he said, but you've got that it. You will be able to bring Hollywood to Houston.
And boy, have you. Look at you. 2 years later, a lot has happened in 2 years. I mean, it's almost as though your career in broadcasting went turbo speed.
Right.
What do you think are some of those pivotal moments that really transcended into this show?
One of the main things is you have to pay for your own dream.
Yes. Talk about that.
Most
because
people
a lot of people
won't.
don't realize that.
So I paid the whole
for
way.
This. Yes.
I paid for the whole way. I pay the whole way.
Yes.
So even on today, we still pay. The reason is because we want it to look the way it is. We want it to be with some of the best. Thank you, A-Star. Yeah, thank you, A-Star.
A-Star is amazing.
Amazing.
And this
yeah.
studio.
Navros
and
all.
I want to say this. A lot of people don't know because he does so many shows virtually. This is not a backdrop. This is a live studio.
Yes.
We are actually in a studio. It looks amazing. I wish you could see the whole studio.
Yeah.
And when I remember when you called me.
Yes.
And he said, I'm thinking about, and then he said, I made the decision because he knew I knew. He made the decision to come over to A-Star, and he wanted me to see the studio. And I just remember
we didn't know we were going to go from radio to TV.
To TV, yeah.
I had not been in TV.
Yeah, and I thought, wow. But you had talked about it.
Yes.
It was always something you aspired to do. And
Absolutely.
I just remember when I came here, and not only this studio, but A-Star, it just brings it.
Absolutely.
It's so amazing here.
Shout out to Navro.
Yes.
Shout out to Emilian White, Elise Lyles.
Yes.
Just killing it over here.
Killing it. And it's such an amazing
experience.
Yes. Talk more about so the transition from GMT to A-Star.
So the transition from GMT, I had gone virtual with GMT, okay? So I already knew that virtually I would be able to go global. That meant I could bring, since we're in a pandemic, all of the stars that are sitting at home, all of the ones that probably, had they not gone during the pandemic, we wouldn't have been able to touch immediately.
Probably.
Then we have all the people at home that either they were laid off, they're not going to school, or they are just at home because they work from home. They were tuning in and wanted to see something different.
And, I think about that too. In terms of the pandemic itself and what it did to people in their careers or their jobs, a lot of people got laid off. A lot of people couldn't go to work. The ones that didn't have that option of working from home. One of the things I love about your platform is you're bringing on guests, celebrities that are helping them to kind of pave the way to lean into those dreams, right? Don't be afraid. Step out and get fear out of your way. Because you need, and you always say this, you need more than one income stream. Talk more about that.
Yeah, you do. You need more than one income stream. You need to be versatile. You need to be open, okay? Richard Branson said it best when he says, hey, take the opportunity. If you don't know how to do it, then go get somebody else to help you. Say yes.
Say yes. Yes, say yes. And our creative director, my daughter, Royalty Patterson, Latina, one of the things I love, she came up with the motto, bridge the Bridge to Opportunity.
Yeah.
And you're bridging the gap to opportunity for individuals that are dreaming and can't seem to really find their way, or just apprehensive and afraid.
Right.
Because we lean into fear a lot, don't we?
Right.
We're afraid. We're afraid to step out on those dreams. But talk about some of the guests on the show that you felt were really inspiring, because there's so many for me. I have my list of favorites, but what are some of yours that you thought just really brought those inspirational interviews?
Well, all of them will never give
All
up.
of them.
The whole thing is never give up, right?
Yes.
We recently had Gerald Albright and Glennis Albright, Chandra Corelli, who just called in.
Yes.
The best of the best are calling. We had Eddie Levert. Oh my God. We've had nephew.
He was amazing.
Yeah, nephew Tommy.
Yeah, nephew Tommy was amazing, and he's funny. I'm in Houston. I'm still trying to figure out why I can't find you nowhere, nephew Tommy. I've been looking for you. So
Jay Anthony. We got so many. The Whispers. Oh my God, we've got just a long list.
And what about their stories touched you most? When you think about some of their stories, and I'm thinking about even some of our local celebrities like Bo Porter.
Right.
Inspiring interview. Dr. Watson was on the other day.
Tommy Watson.
Talk about, yes.
So what it is that what I loved about them and what they were very open and they were very transparent about where they started. Because that's what I wanted. I wanted people to hear the start. I also wanted to hear the in-between of the journey and then how they became who they are. The celebrity, because nobody hears that journey.
Glitz and glamour, don't we?
We see the glitz. Well, we see the start, but we never know the journey. We never know that journey.
Reminds me of my book.
Yes.
Because I talk a lot about what happens in that journey and embracing even those adversities, because ultimately they do shape you.
They do.
They shape the person that you are. So when you think about that, what adversities do you think in your life really propelled you into being the man you are today?
I think, first of all, the beginning part, the beginning 12 years of abuse and things like that. I know that was huge for me because I didn't want to go back to that.
Right.
Just going through and always just trying to be the best, be nice. I wish for my younger self that I didn't worry so much of what people thought.
And you beat me. I was going to ask you that question.
Yeah,
what
we
would
always
you tell
think
your
that.
Younger self?
My younger self would be, you know what? Those are not going to be your friends anymore. They're not. I mean, during your journey, as you go up and you get higher and higher, you lose people.
Yes.
And it's something real about that. It's kind of like on an airplane, and they ask you, they tell you about the weight of the bags, right? You can't carry everybody.
You can't carry everybody.
And everybody's not your assignment.
That part.
Everybody's not your assignment.
Yes.
Everybody's not going to go on the journey.
And everybody's not meant to.
Ooh.
Everybody's not meant to. And you know what?
Sometimes we keep them too long.
That's it. And I talk about that in my book. There's three types of people we meet in our lives.
Yeah.
Moment, season, and lifetime. Each has a purpose.
Right.
But we have to have that discernment to know when to let go and when to hold on. Right? So who are some of those lifetime people that you think made that deepest impact in your life that you want to pay homage to?
All African Americans. That's what every African American is African American that even has this color.
Right.
It's a tough road.
It's a tough road.
Every one of them.
Yes.
I want to thank them.
Yes.
Really, for just getting up in the morning. All of us, for just getting up. It's hard.
And never giving up, as
and
you
never
say.
giving up.
Because it's hard, and especially during the pandemic.
Well, racism is real.
Yes. And so what are some of the things that you've experienced in life that you think really impacted you most in terms of your worldview? What are some of those things that happened or those things you witnessed or experienced that really changed your perspective on how you look and navigate your way through life?
Well, actually, I was born in the 60s, of course. And then in Dallas, it's still segregated a lot. It was still segregated quite a bit. My mother loved to shop like I do, so she still was going.
And boy, does he love to shop. I had to put that in there.
You see how I'm saying? You see how they do it.
He needs retail therapy, y'all. We talk about it all the time.
You see that? You see how they throw me under the bus like that?
I did.
No, I don't. It's just a little. I'm working on it. I'm working on this.
We're going to get you some counseling.
I need a clearance. I don't need counseling. I need a clearance.
That's it.
So, but what it was that I remember very vividly as a young boy. I went to the back of the store, right? Now these are like your Macy's, right? But we went through the back, so I always got the ones that were either consignment clothes, right, or that were not perfect clothes. So we've been on clearance for a long time. We've been doing clearance. But I'm just saying we went to the back of these stores. But at the time, I didn't realize what that was because that was common. There was actually a golf course in our neighborhood because remember, we went into an all-white neighborhood. There was a golf course we couldn't come on.
Okay.
Right?
Wow.
They did not, of course, we had a lot of things that were happening that I didn't know as a child that were covered up. But I just didn't know.
Let me ask you this. Do you think you were, as a child, when you look at those experiences, because I was born in the 64 as well, so do you think as a child you were aware that racism was as prevalent as it was? Did you feel it?
Not at all. Not at all.
And do you think
I think because my parents shielded me from that.
And that's what I was going to ask you next.
We always went to the black area because remember, my dad had all of these things. You know, he had a barber shop. He had the old strip center.
So you didn't have to leave.
We didn't have to. I mean, what I'm just saying, we went over the bridge to see that on a constant basis. So I knew us. We went to church. I knew us. We went, I didn't go. I went to an all-white school.
So you had a strong sense of identity.
Yeah. But when I was in an all-white school, I was on an all-white school because my mother put me in. I did not go to my neighborhood school.
And
I
we
went to
share
the
that
school
in common.
and I went to the school where she worked in the area where she worked at the time. So I never went to an all-black school. I wanted to be black. I mean, I'm in an all-white school.
And I was raised in Madison, Wisconsin, so we share some of the same experiences that way. So I do understand.
Yeah. But she said you have to be the best.
Looks like we have another caller.
Oh, look at us.
Would you announce yourself, please?
Sherry Shepherd.
No. Sherry, wait, Sherry. Sherry, this is not you. Sherry, this is not you. They playing. Now she's playing. Sherry. Sherry, she playing.
Happy birthday to you, Kim.
Oh my God.
He about to faint, honey. I'm
about to faint.
over here
I'm
ready
telling
to
you,
catch
Sherry.
the chair, Sherry.
Sherry, I'm telling you, she did that thing. She did it. Oh, thank you.
Oh, after I just want to say happy birthday. I'm on the set of Black Don't Crack with Esther Atkins and T. Campbell, and we're working on our pilot. But I just wanted to say happy birthday to you.
I love you so much. We got to come see you.
Absolutely.
I got both my shots. I love you.
Well, Sherry, thank you so much for taking time, especially out on the set. Now, that's some love for you.
Yeah, I love you, babe.
She is on the set calling you. Thank you,
love
Queen.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Love you.
Thank you so
Bye-bye.
much. I got you today.
You got me today.
You deserve it.
My God.
I think the thing that I love, because of course, being the executive producer, I know what our guests are saying to you after the show and saying about you after the show. So I know that they really admire you and have so much love for you, and you just deserve to be loved on. You give, you give a lot, Cam, and I get on him a lot. Everyone, he gives. He's a giver, and he very seldom pours into himself.
Yeah.
And so I want this whole weekend to be about Cam pouring into Cam.
Wow.
And us pouring into Cam. So, you deserve this. And this is just the beginning. It's just today. There's a little bit more coming.
Oh my God. This is yeah.
So
you got me.
55 years old.
Yeah. Now you told everybody. It was
yeah.
30.
Well,
I was 30.
It was 30 plus 25. So if you know how to add. So those of you that didn't get it, I ain't gonna talk about you now, but
How you gonna throw it out there? I was 30.
In 55, what do you think is your greatest life lesson?
Discernment.
Discernment.
I wish I had more discernment.
And that's one of my gifts. So he leans on me.
You are
for
gifted
that.
with that discernment.
I don't know.
We can go
what
into
it
a
is.
mile. You say, we go to we go to an event. You say, let's go.
Let's go.
I'm thinking, what's all this? I mean, we're getting ready to dance. Let's go.
Yeah.
Discernment. I wish I had more of that. I would have been more protected, I think, if I had thought about it.
Well, I say
just the gift of discernment.
I always say this, Cam, and we talk all the time.
Yeah.
One of the things I always say is embrace whatever it is.
Yeah.
Don't ever have regrets.
Yeah.
Because if all those things that happened during your life got you to this point today,
right?
Amen, right?
Absolutely.
Praise God for them. And I do believe there's purpose in our pain.
It is.
So even those things that didn't quite go right, that we didn't quite get right, ultimately shape in God's design for our life, his divine plan. So whatever it was, whatever that discernment piece, that's why he brought you me. You got a big sis that's got your back, because I have discernment, and it is a gift.
Well, some people, in a book, you look at a book. Now, some folks should be, some are a chapter, some, a sentence.
Yeah, and some are a letter. Okay, so we are going to take a break, and we will be right back. Don't go away.
We'll be right back to the Cam Hill Show after these messages.
I'm a part of the prenatal care club now, taking all my STD tests.
Did you know your doctor's required by law to test you 3 times for syphilis and HIV?
Yes, my husband and I are making sure I get all 3 tests.
Good. Testing is the key to preventing congenital syphilis.
And good prenatal care is your first labor of love.
Glad to hear your husband is so involved.
Thank you. Yes, taking all my STD tests for syphilis is important to both of us. My prenatal promise is to prevent a stillbirth or miscarriage. To find out more, visit myprenatalpromise.com.
Amazing things for you.
Move up at Ron Carter Cadillac with the new 2021 XT6 Luxury Collection with standard third-row seating for just $459 a month for 39 months lease with just $1 down. Or purchase and receive 0.9% APR for 72 months plus $1,750 bonus cash. At Gulf Freeway, just 2 minutes south of the Beltway. Test drive the new 2021 Escalade today at Ron Carter Cadillac.
Shop smarter when you shop Ron Carter. RonCarterCadillac.com.
And now back to the Cam Hill Show.
Hey, thanks so much, family, for coming back. We're having a celebration. Woo-hoo! My birthday. What else we're talking about?
Everything. Well, we were talking about inspiration, right? So many inspiring stories. I just think about, and that's one of the things I love about your show, is when you read the comments, you're making an impact. When you read the comments, they're so inspirational, and the transparency of the guests, which sometimes you don't always get that. So I think it's something about you that they feel so willing and able to open up and just tell their stories. When you think about, I think we might have another caller. Do we have another caller? Well, good morning. Afternoon, could you introduce yourself?
Yes. Hi, this is Kadori.
Hey, Kadori, how you doing?
Hey, happy birthday, Cam.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, she came on. She was a guest.
Yeah, she
Excellent.
was, and she was very, very inspirational.
Thank you all. You are 2 of my favorite people.
Aww. We love you.
We love you so much.
Yes. So I just want to tell you to have a great day. You're such a kind and wonderful person, and I so enjoy being on your show, and I just wish you many more birthdays and blessings to come.
Thank you so much.
Thank
lady.
you, beautiful. Thank you for calling,
Thank
Queen.
you for calling.
You're welcome. Thank y'all.
Love you. Bye-bye.
So I didn't expect that. Wow. Okay. So when you talk about the word inspiration and you think about your journey, what was most inspiring in your life? Who inspired you most? I think I know the answer to that question, but who inspired you most?
Who inspired me most? Who inspired me most? Oh, who inspired me most? Let me see. Yeah. Everybody.
Everybody.
Everybody inspires me. I don't have a certain person that has really been. Everybody's story has inspired me. Everybody's story.
And that's beautiful because, and I see that about you.
Everybody's story.
Yes, you have a way of being able to embrace all circumstances, all people, all stories, all individuals. Oh, we have another caller. Caller, would you announce yourself?
Markel Perino.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Hey, buddy, how you doing? Happy birthday, my man.
Thank you so much, Miko TV.
Hey, man, I love your show, man. Every chance I try to work and balance and try to watch your show, doing at the same time, man. I just want you to know you're inspiration to a lot of people in our community.
Oh, thank you so much.
It means so much, man. I just want to call and say happy birthday, and, man, I hope to be working with you guys here soon on some events. I know we see each other in and out a lot of times, but, hey, man, you're a good individual, and I hope you keep up the good work, man.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you
for the call.
Calling.
Take care, buddy. Bye-bye.
You're a popular man.
Miko TV.
Yeah. Wow. And there's probably more to come.
Yeah.
The phone lines are open, so if you would like to call and wish Cam a happy birthday, please feel free to call in. I just want this man to know all the lives he's touched. This king to know how much of an inspiration you are to the community.
Wow.
Just a trailblazer in so many ways. I want to ask you a question. If you think about your life and you think about everything you've been through, what is the thing in life that you think probably was the most comical moment?
The most comical
moment.
Most comical moment.
Yes, we had a very heavy kind of serious. What's the funniest thing that you've experienced?
Oh, that's going out. That's going out.
It looks like we have another caller. All right, could you introduce yourself, caller?
Hello, I'm Sharika Hunt.
Yay, Sharika! I love your show.
Really? I love you.
Thank you so much for calling in, beautiful.
Man, happy birthday. I mean, you have been the trailblazer. You have been my inspiration, and I just want you to know and everybody else to know that I think you rock.
Oh, I thank you so much, lady.
Your heart, your spirit, and just you've embraced me and Adam, and I just love you, and I wish you all the best and much success. And, I just want to wish you happy birthday.
Thank you so much. Sharika Hunt has the Authors Lounge.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Congratulations to her. She is doing it now. I'm so proud of her. She's such a queen.
Cam, you lead the way, so there we go.
There you go. Love you, lady.
Thank you.
Thank you for the call.
Love you, too.
Wow, they're calling. I have a feeling this phone line is going to be blowing up.
Yeah.
I'm almost scared to start a conversation. So you were, again, did you answer my question? What's the funniest experience you've ever had?
I said clubbing, going out.
So be specific. What's some of the funny things you've seen out in the club?
Just some of the
people. I remember when we first became friends, I used to laugh because I would call Cam. And where are you at? Out in them streets. Always out in them streets. But you know what I love about you? You party with a purpose.
Yeah.
I will say that. This man supports everyone.
Yeah.
And I can remember days where you were invited to 6, 7, 8 parties. And I'm like, I can't even call you no more today. I'm tired of just too much going on. Too much. It looks like we have another caller. Caller, could you introduce yourself?
LaToya Gowdy.
My daughter, LaToya.
Hey, lady, how you doing?
Uncle Cam, I had to call in and wish you a happy birthday.
Thank you so much, beautiful. I appreciate it so much. That's my niece. Love you, love you, love you. That's Diana's daughter.
That's my daughter. How about 365?
Yes. Love you, lady.
Yes. I love you too. I just wanted to let you know you've been an angel to our family.
Yeah.
You know, when Dad passed away, I truly believe you stepped in and just, man, took over and did amazing things for us and inspired us in so many ways. So I just want to let you know that you are appreciated and you are loved so much in our family, and we're just forever grateful to you. So we don't only want to celebrate you today, but every day.
Every day. Yeah.
Love you so much, beautiful.
Love you, sweetheart.
Love you so much.
Thank you for
Have a
calling.
great one. Thank you so much for calling in.
Yes, and I
You guys,
love
bye-bye.
you too. And I do want to say you literally have been that person in the family. When my ex-husband passed away, you just stepped up in such a way to be there for my girls, and I just thank you so much for that, Cam.
Yeah.
You don't know how much that means to all of us. You just really genuinely, authentically care about our well-being and just want to make sure we're okay. And that was a tough time.
Yeah.
And you were there every step of the way. So
Yeah.
I just want to say to you again, thank you for just being the man that you are. You know, and I told you before, I really hope that we've talked about it, writing a book.
Yep.
Telling your story. It
who-
looks like
who's
we
the
have another
caller?
caller. All right, caller. Would you please introduce yourself?
Hi, this is Tanisha Williams. I'm Cam's cousin.
It's your cousin.
Hey, how you doing, Tanisha? Thank you.
You a happy birthday.
Yes, thank you. She shows every one of my shows. Everyone.
I love it.
I mean, she shares everyone. Everyone.
But you know.
Oh, she wants Patti LaBelle. She Patti LaBelle.
She waiting on Patti LaBelle. We gonna get her too.
We gonna get her too.
honey.
Love you. Love you.
I'm waiting.
Love you, lady.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
Wow.
Everyone.
Yes.
Every show.
Yes. You know, and we have so many celebrities that we're still aspiring to get
she
on the
wants
show.
Patti.
And we got some good ones coming.
We got some great ones coming. Got some great ones.
So keep an eye on things. And also we're getting into some new ventures now.
Absolutely.
Right? You want to tell everybody about some of those new things
Tell
we'll be
them
doing?
what we're gonna do.
Well, we're going to be doing some concerts.
Yes.
We're going to be bringing in some jazz concerts to the area, and
Yeah.
maybe even just some R&B artists.
Absolutely.
We're also going to be doing some award shows.
Yeah.
And another caller. Okay, caller, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, Cam Hill, it's Amber Neal. Happy birthday.
Amber Neal, how you doing?
We love Amber.
I appreciate.
Looking beautiful, handsome as usual.
Thank you so much for calling. I appreciate your love. She has the Amber Neal Show.
The Amber Neal Show, yes. 953 Jams.
Yes.
Yes.
And happy anniversary. Happy anniversary, Cam.
Yes,
You've
2
been-
years.
2 years.
2
Can
years.
you believe it?
Can you believe it?
Wow.
Wow.
Congratulations on all your success, man. I love working with you. You're one of my favorite media brothers, and I wish you nothing but love and success and continued happiness. You deserve it, man.
Thank you so much. Thanks for the call. Love you, lady.
Love you, Amber.
Love you guys.
Thank
Okay,
you.
bye-bye.
Wow.
Wow.
I have a feeling it's just going to take us right on out the show. So again, we will be doing some awards. Ceremonies, and there's 5 minutes left, and you asked, I guess I have to turn the torch back over. I'm handing over the torch to our king, Cam Hill. It has been such a pleasure to do this with you today, Cam.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I have something to say, okay? First of all, I want to thank each and every one of you all for just being with me for these last 2 years. Diana was the one who told me to never give up. Don't stop. I would say no in 3 months in, and then no 6 months in, and another 24 days in, I say no, and she said no. But I have something to tell her also. She is my executive producer. She stepped up to it. And I want to thank each one of you as well as her for the birthday celebration. I also want to honor you. Right. I want to express my sincere gratitude to you, my executive producer, Diana Patterson, for the Cam Hill Show. Queen, thank you so much for all that you do for me and the show. You saw my vision and truly embraced it and took it to Black excellence. Wow. I received the Core 100 Most Influential Blacks of Today with your submission of the paperwork and prayers. When I said, don't bother, I have a small internet show and would never be considered for a prestigious award like that from Houston, Texas. You have truly blessed my life. After meeting you, I knew God sent an angel. You have been my accountability partner, my sister, my blessing from God, and my friend. You daily let me know I'm a king and I can truly conquer the world. You consistently told me no. I consistently told you no. And you consistently told me no. You will not stop doing the show and to never give up. Now we celebrate 2 years of truly successful show. You truly embodied the quote by Martin Luther King. He says, life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Eleanor Roosevelt said it best. Many people will walk in and out of your life, but true friends will leave footprints in your heart. Thank you for the footprints. And Anna Taylor says it best. Some people arrive and make such a beautiful impact on your life. You barely remember what life was like without them. I see you. On today, I want to give you something that I want to honor you. You give to everyone else. You show everyone else.
Oh, my goodness.
You have given to everyone else. And we now want to give to you. Diana Patterson, you're the executive producer in recognition for your outstanding service of the Cam Hill Show. I honor you.
Thank you. Oh, my gosh. I don't want it to drop. Just put it right there.
I honor you. I honor you.
This is what I'm talking about. So you see what I mean about this man. It is his day, his weekend to celebrate him and 2 years of success in broadcasting. I'm so proud of you, Cam, and thank you. You got me crying on TV. I'm trying not to do the big ugly cry, y'all, because you don't want to see it. But thank you so much.
Oh, thank you to each one of you. Thank you from us, from the Cam Hill Show, 12:30 to 1:30 Central Standard Time. See you then. Bye.